Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell button so YouTube can notify you every time I upload a new video. Now let's get started. You're going to need any size, the small or the large wreath ring, and we're going to use one of the rings from that wreath. You can just cut all 3 or 4 of them that are attached to the wreath. I'm using the largest ring from that wreath. You could use either the normal jute string, or like I am, I'm using the white one. You can buy this at Walmart, or you can even find it at Dollar Tree sometimes in the automotive section. You just continue to wrap. This is my method. I wrap it a few times, then pull it tight, and then just do it over and over again until I completely fill and cover this ring. I made 2 of these dream catchers, one white and one using the regular jute string. The regular jute string dream catcher, I didn't wrap the entire ring around, just to give you an option and to show you how that would look as well. This one that I'm doing, the white dream catcher, I'm actually going to give it to a friend of mine for her baby to place over the crib. This takes a while, so just be patient and just continue to wrap until you're completely finished. Once you're finished, just cut it off and tie another knot. Then I'm going to use the same ring and wrap the string around it a few times. I wrapped it around about 6, then cut it off, and I'm going to need 20 of these ropes the same size. Once you cut all 20 of them, you just fold it in half, and then you pick a side where you want the bottom of the ring to be and tie it over and under on the ring. Pull it tight, and then just continue to do that with all 20 of the ropes. I spaced them out roughly about a finger width apart, but you can do that, space it apart as much as you want or as little as you want. Once you have them all, divide the 20 ropes into 3 and then twist those around, and then what I'm doing now is braiding it. Once I've made the braid as long and as high up as I want, I'm going to divide the 3 ropes again, and then pick one of the ropes from each section and tie it to the ring. And I'm doing this just so I can make sure that once I start tying all the other individual ropes, that my tree trunk will be in the center of the ring. And it doesn't matter which rope or string you pick from each section. I try just to pick one from the middle, kind of keep it in the middle of all the ropes from each section, but it doesn't really matter. And you just pull it tight and wrap it around. I'm wrapping it around about 2 to 3 times, then tying a knot to each one of the ropes from each section. Once you're completely done that, what we're going to do is pick a section, and I would recommend starting with the middle section. I started with the end section, and it kind of got hard to keep everything in place and make sure it was the way I like it. I just think it would have been easier if I would have started with the middle section, but you learn as you go. So what you're going to do is just pick the section and then start tying each string from that section wherever you like on the ring to make the branches. I'm going to start adding some pearls to this dream catcher. You can add beads or feathers. I'm going to add some feathers as well. You can add whatever you like to the dream catchers. What I'm doing is the Tree of Life dream catcher. So I chose to go ahead and put some of the pearls that I purchased at Dollar Tree as well. They're the larger size. And this is how you do that. You tie a knot to the bottom of the rope, and then you slide in the pearl and then tie another knot at the top of the pearl just to keep it in place. But that's optional. You can also just place the pearl into the rope and then let it just hang and kind of slide wherever it likes to be, or wherever you want it to be, and adjust it. Then you just tie the rope as normal, the string as normal, once you've placed the pearl in it, or whatever bead you chose to use. I like to divide mine up, and you'll see that I have some from this section going all across to the completely across to the other section of the top of the tree. But simply continue to do this, dividing each one of the ropes, and get creative. Like this section right there that I just completed, I twisted a few of them together, then divided the 3 ropes that I had twisted and made kind of like a thicker branch. And I just continue to add pearls wherever I saw fit, and you can do the same, like I said, with anything, beads or feathers, or anything that you want to tie to this. I know growing up, I always had a dream catcher above my bed. How many of you guys had that experience, or parents did that? I used to love mine and lost it somehow, but now when I had my children, I did the same thing. I've always placed a dream catcher above their beds. Just something cute, and I think they're so pretty, so versatile. My son has a black one in his room, and one of my other daughters has a rainbow dream catcher in her room. So you can make them, any style you actually like to suit your decor in your home or bedroom. And they're so fun to make to me. I love making the dream catchers. I've never made the Tree of Life dream catcher. I usually make the normal, I guess you could say, style ones that look like spider webs. But when I saw one of these at a local shop here where I live, I just fell in love with it and thought it would be so cute to make, and I knew I could make one. So once you're done wrapping and tying on every rope individually, just remove the leftover rope, and then with the lighter, just quickly go around it just to remove any of the strands that may have been there. And there you go. When you're done making it, the tree, you're going to need about 15 to 20 strings again, roughly about 18 inches long. Divide those in half and then tie it to the bottom of the dream catcher, the bottom of the tree, kind of to make it look like the roots are going down. And what we're going to do with this is I'm going to add more pearls and feathers just to have some string hanging down from it. But this is optional. You don't have to do this part. You can actually leave it just the way it was with no strings dangling from it. I just wanted it to have feathers and pearls hanging down from it. So once you're done tying the 20 to 15 strings, or how many ever you wish to put tie at the bottom, you're going to get whatever embellishment you chose, which I chose feathers and pearls again, and wrap it around a piece of the string that's hanging down. And I added a little bit of hot glue just to make sure that it stays in place. And you're going to see that I decided to go ahead and tie a knot as well because I just didn't want them to fall into the baby's crib or anything. So I went ahead and tied a knot, and I did it to the first one as well. And you can do this to continue to do this to every feather or embellishment that you choose to put in the bottom. And after I'm done placing all the feathers that I think I want on there, I'm going to start adding pearls the same way, just picking a piece of string where I want it and then tying a knot after I place the pearl in there. I'm only going to tie one knot so it can hang from the bottom, and again, you can choose to just tie the knot and leave the pearl there, or add glue like I am and make sure the pearl stays in place instead of it sliding. If you decide to make one of these dream catchers, please follow me on Instagram and link me to the picture. I'd love to see how or what design you choose to make. There's so many options, and I know you guys have, so many ideas of how you can make these and what design, and I love to see them. But you see, I'm just completely, adding pearls and continue to do this until I feel that it's enough and I like it. And I'm adding them different lengths. Some of them are higher and some of them are lower, and that's just optional. I mean, you can do them all to be the same length or, the same area of the string. That's completely your choice. I roughly added about 5 or 6 feathers, and to the bottom I added 5 pearls. To the top of the tree where the branches are at, I added 7 pearls, I believe. And there you go. And here it is. See you next time. Bye.